Peter, Bean, what are you doing?
I'm doing nothing.
Yeah, okay. We cut down trees, not exactly in agriculture. We are planting trees. Be more specific. When do you guys have ever? What about your parent? Have you parent ever grow a garden? Maybe you had a garden in your house.
Yes.
Yeah. What do your mom do? Your parents do when they grow a garden? What do they need to do?
Um, they plow the earth. Uh, I mean the soil. They plow the
Yeah, they
soil,
plow the soil.
then put some uh, pigs or cow.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Then put the plant go there.
So they don't put anything in the ground. I mean, aside from they put something that unnatural to the ground, to the soil. What do the farmer do to make the plant grow faster or grow stronger? And sometimes when with the kind of plant that give you a fruit to eat, they have to do something to protect the fruit.
Uh, growth, growth hormones and some medication. It's not medicine, but
I don't remember that's the word pesticide or something. Okay, so they have to have some chemical stuff to control the insects or to grow the plant because sometimes you want when you want to sell them you need to have a lot of fruit as much as you can or a lot of vegetable as much as you can so you boost them and you want to boost them you have to give some chemical stuff that go down to the soil and that affect the changing of the soil condition of the environment change the water change uh, the nearby area. You really need to stop drawing. Let's see how can I start.
being drawn.
Okay, so this kind of thing, when they put it in the soil, in the plant, it affects the areas. And to be able to have this, they have to they need to buy it from the factory or from the provider, which also the people who provide this or giving them this to the farmer. They have to produce it in a large areas. In a lot of people would use it, would cause the carbon dioxide when producing. When we create something, we also make carbon dioxide out of it. So this change a lot in the carbon dioxide when it fly when it in the atmosphere, it change the climate, and also it causes global warming, which is we're gonna talk about these greenhouse gases. What is greenhouse gases, John, Julie?
Greenhouse gases such as CO2 and PM 2.5 is
Mm-hmm.
a kind of gas that unleashes from what I forgot.
Like greenhouse effect, right?
The greenhouse effect is caused by greenhouse gases, and greenhouse gases are the kind of gas that caused by human activities, like we are talking about now in agriculture or in industry.
I've read, I've read that, but
Okay, any kind of activity, almost every kind of activity that if we create something is causing the greenhouse gas. There's a lot of greenhouse gases, but yes, a lot of people know much only about the carbon dioxide. Okay, and also what about industry, agriculture, also our daily life. We produce a lot of that, like riding motorbike, driving car. We create the carbon dioxide, or uh, we consume electricity using by, for example, using all kind of using all kind of devices, like we are doing right now, using the laptop, using the computers. We are actually contribute to the carbon dioxide producing and leading to global warming. Okay, because more greenhouse gases in the atmosphere will get warmer, and the earth get warmer, and that is called global warming. And uh, that could measure by the temperatures. All right. Now, if we here's a question mark. The climate change the weather, but we don't say it the weather change. We say climate change. Why?
Because it's changed and stay there for a long time, while weather change every day. Right?
Exactly. We had a short term and a long term condition, where I have mentioned before. Because weather and climates are different. One is short term, and the other is the pattern of long term weather. Okay, can you read this one? Bean,
Uh, you mean the uh,
this part.
I know climate change is a change in the pattern of weather and you
Related.
and related change in oceans, land surfaces, and ice sheets occurring over time scales of decades or longer.
Decades, not decade.
Decades.
Okay, decades. Decades are totally different words. Okay, the sometimes when if you will listen to the news, we would say people that the sea level rise had changed, had grown into how many centimeter because of the global warming. That is one of the things that we're gonna mention also in later. Now we understand what the difference between weather and climate, and the weather change and the climate change. All right, this is new information. Read this part, please, Kevin. Kevin,
Yes,
can you read this part?
weather is
Determine.
deter- determined by six main factors. These are temperature,
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 atmospheric, atmospheric,
atmospheric pressure, cloud formation, wind, hum-
wind,
humidity,
humidity.
humidity, and rain.
Okay, so we have this six one that is the main factor for the weather determination. All right, the temperature mean today weather is hot because we know that the temperature is 35 degrees. The atmospheric pressure. If you had a phone, you look into the weather prediction in a day or in a week, you will see the atmospheric pressure is about how many percentage, and they would put in mini Pascal. Okay, the unit of the atmospheric pressure. And the cloud formation, there will be whether it's cloudy or partly cloudy or a clear sky, or how strong is the wind, how is the wind velocity. If you see in the weather forecast, or the humidity, what is humidity? Do you know what's humidity, Peter? No?
I think that is the mist.
Yes, how you feel whether the air is wet or not. The humidity is high. That means it's gonna be really, you're gonna feel very annoyed. Sometimes in our country, I don't know, I think in the not in the south or in the center, but in the north of Vietnam, we always have this kind of weather in the probably in the February, that the house was sweating because it's when you see a house sweating. This kind of weather with the humidity is high, mean you had the floor full of water and the closet floor with water, wall with water, and the clothes cannot be dry up. This is happened only in the north of Vietnam. Okay, uh, and if we have no way to make the house dry because of the humidity. All right, and the rain. So we have 6 factors. Please write out the name of these 6 factors. So when we have the change of any factor in this, then we have the weather change. All right, next one. Sophia, please, this is part.
Where from where? As global warming increases and the greenhouse effect is enhanced, rising atmospheric temperatures are affecting the factors that determine the weather, both in the short and long term.
Okay, do you understand this part?
Some words that I don't
Like
understand.
which word?
Like the enhanced, determine.
Okay. All right. The enhance. Enhance is like it's the same with improve. Similar with improve. Similar with upgrade. For example, you would say my grade, my math grade has been enhanced because I have studied a lot last week.
High.
Because
That is high.
that means it get higher, it get better. Get grow. Yeah, or you understand that it equal to grow. Grow something higher, grow something more, stronger, or higher. Okay, it's also okay, rising atmospheric, is it not new? Okay, determine. What is determine, Peter? You know this word.
Yes.
What does that
What?
mean, determine?
Determine.
No, you don't remember it? I have explained this word many times. What does that mean?
Determine.
Anna, Julie, do you know what does that mean, determine? I thought you
Like
all know. Yes.
Think
What is that, Miss Fa? What did you say?
like identify something.
Like it's like controlling something. For example, you would say this: the teacher give homework. The teacher doesn't give the homework, and then last week, who was asking Anna where the homework, or Fa was asking where the homework, right? And Peter said, delete your message.
Delete that.
Yeah, okay. So the point that I said there's no homework already. That means I have determination that there's no homework. So that will not change. It's like your wind. It's like strong wind. That you will not, you have decide something for sure. That you will not change it. I said no homework, that means no homework. So the Peter, you don't need to worry that I would see the message or not. Even I see the message, there would be no homework for sure because it was a determination. And uh in another meaning is that determination mean, for example, you want to become a scientist. And I said you have a very strong determination. You work very hard on it. That means you have set a goal, set set a set a goal very strong, and you wanna do it. You wanna do it anyway. You're gonna do it for sure. Okay, that determination. So the temperature, the rising atmospheric temperatures, or the greenhouse effect determine the weather. That means they are the most important thing that contouring the weather. Okay, but in short and long term. All right, here we go. John, can you read this part?
The main way that climate change is affecting the weather is by producing more frequent and intense extreme weather events.
Okay, the way when we talk about the climate change, we would be able to see through the extreme weather events like that. Like what are the extreme weather events that we have mentioned about, guys? What are the name of them?
Niño. Nia. You're in mute. You're in mute. You are unmute.
I mean, no, the extreme the extreme weather we had talked about. What are the extreme weathers we have learned last week?
Very bad weather.
Like what weather that is called extreme? Last week we were talking about after volcanic. We were talking about what?
Heavy rain.
Yeah, heavy rain. Like, but how heavy? What kind of thing that make heavy rain that we call the extreme weather? Sophia, the one that we have learned many times. What are the extreme weather events from the ocean, for example? Hurricane. What else?
Storm.
Storm. Yeah.
How about dry or drought?
Oh yeah, very good. Exactly. That's extreme weather event. Peter, Anna, why you, Julie? What happened? You're just staring into the screen and like I don't remember anything.
I write it in the chat box.
Why don't you say it? I can't see the chat box and look at you at the same time. Okay, hurricane, typhoon,
Because you are talking.
flood. Yes, Yes, that's right. We had the flood too. Okay, those kind of extreme events. Also, don't forget the flash flood.
Inundation,
Yes,
tsunami,
inundation, exactly.
tsunami, earthquake.
No, tsunami and earthquake are something else, not the weather events.
Earthquake is a natural disaster.
Yes, it's not the weather. It's not the extreme weather. You would have to say the high tide, probably the high tide. That would be enough. Or sometimes we could have extreme heat. Remember,
Tornado.
sometimes more than 40 degrees. In some places that shouldn't have that extreme temperature before. Okay, now we have again the main causes of the weather changing. Sorry, climate change is that we had to talk about the greenhouse gases before. So what is greenhouse gases effect? Julie, can you read this part? From here to here, Julie.
The greenhouse effect. To understand climate change, we need to understand the greenhouse effect. The greenhouse effect that has been around since the formation of the planet. Naturally occurring gases, such as methane, water vapor, and carbon dioxide, collect in the Earth's atmosphere.
Cool. Okay, so we had the nature gases. This I think it's very hard for you guys to this chemical subject. So I would not talk much about the other gas. Just remember the carbon dioxide for now in the atmosphere, and the greenhouse gases have been been a long time recently. This one is methane. You have to keep on reading this part too. Julie, the last two paragraph, please.
These allow the light from the
Allow.
sun to reach the Earth's surface but trap the sun, heat the reflex back up into the atmosphere. In this way, it acts like a greenhouse in which can grow your veggies.
Okay. Allow mean let something happen. These allow the light from the sun to reach the Earth's surface, but trap the sun's heat. Please, Julie, the sun trap the sun heat. That is one part. We don't read like trap the sun heat. That reflex. That means you don't understand this sentence. Trap the sun heat. That's already the how the carbon the atmospheric being with the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere being trapped, and that reflect back into the atmosphere. This is reflection. Way, like the way you look into this, like the way the sunlight go to the water, and it's some part of the sunlight reflect back. Okay, so this is reflection. It get back to the atmosphere, and being trapped in here. The gas is being trapped here. That make it warmer in the climate. Okay. Now we have the enhanced greenhouse effect. Mean the greenhouse effect is getting much stronger, much worse. Can you read this part, Anna?
The amount. How to pronounce it?
The amount, yes.
The amount of greenhouse gases in our atmosphere is increasing due to human activities. The heat from the sun that would normally escape back into space and absorbed by these additional greenhouse gases, meaning the heat isn't escaping, and instead it is building up in our atmosphere. This is causing global warming.
Okay, the amount of something equal to the number of something. Okay, but when you please write it down now. The amount we only use for uncountable now. And the number of something we use for countable now. For example, I would say the amount of time for me to get from my house to the school is 3 hours. But I would say the number of chicken being the number of chicken in my house are 7. The number of the classmates in my class, the number of the teacher in the school. But I wouldn't say the amount of the teacher in the school. Okay, the amount is for uncountable and the number is the countable. Okay, so the amount of greenhouse gases, because we cannot count the gases in atmosphere, is increasing due to mean because of, due to equal to. These are very nice words you should use in the writing. Because of, due to equal to, because of, or equal to result from, or as a result. This is very important for your writing in writing part 2 in IELTS. When every time I ask you to write an essay, use this word. Because of result, from, as a result, or as a consequence. So I could say the greenhouse gases is caused by human activity, or I could say greenhouse gases is a result of human activity, or the greenhouse gases is a consequence of human activities, all the same. Okay, it's all caused by human activity. Okay, what does that mean, absorb? For example, when you put the sugar into the water and you mix it up and you don't see the sugar anymore, that means, I don't know, that is dissolve.
I mean, you watering your garden and then the water.
Oh yes, very good fact. The water go down into the soil. No. The water go down to the soil is called infiltration, not absorbing. Absorbing is like, you have the sponge. You have the sponge. When you wash the dishes, and you pour the water, you pour the dishwash inside the sponge, and it's absorbed. That is called absorb in the sponge. Or when I say something, you learn something, it go into your brain, you remember it. That means you absorb it. You absorb what I'm teaching you. You remember it using your brain and remember it. Okay, so the different, not the same. Absorb or infiltrate is not the same. Okay, so we don't. The different with dissolve. Dissolve is when you mix something in the water and you don't see it anymore because it already dissolved in the water. You mix the water, you make the salt in the, you make the sugar, you make the salt in the water. You don't see it. It's called dissolving. Okay, I think for now it's already a lot of information. We're going to stop here today. Tomorrow, we will have the presentation from Bean. Where are you, Bean?
I'm still here.
Okay, so you remember we have